Well, for more, we can speak with Wang Wen, Dean of Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies at Renmin University. Wang Wen, thank you very much for your time today. Now, President Trump has said before he left Beijing that he didn't need China's help regarding Iran and the Strait of Hormuz. Does China see it as the US's problem to resolve?
I think, yes, I think Trump most wants China to take the blame for him, such as buying more U.S. Treasury bonds and helping him resolve the Iran issue. But China is unlike to agree to these. However, I estimate that China will purchase more U.S. goods, such as agricultural products, if U.S. Were to lift its blockade of high-tech products, China would be willing to buy more American high-tech products. About Iran issues, I think it will not be the key issues between this meeting. And also, China would request the U.S. to lift sanctions against the Chinese companies, and China would also remind the U.S. not to make mistake on the Taiwan issues and would ask for U.S. support for China's peaceful reunification. In short, I don't believe a single meeting between leaders could solve all the problems, but I believe a meeting is much better than not meeting at all.
Yeah, there certainly are a lot of different talking points and angles for this meeting between President Trump and President Xi Jinping. But just to stay on Iran for just a moment longer, we know that China wants to see the Strait of Hormuz reopened. They've said as much. How much influence does it have in the matter, and how much influence is it willing to put into play?
I think Iran issues for the two leaders meeting, the influence is not very big in terms of my observation. But I have to tell you another angles because I think Trump must admit that China today is completely different from what it was 9 years ago. Because over the past 9 years, the containment strategy against China launched since the Trump 1.0 era have approved to be a fitting. First, I think the trade war failed because nowadays China total exports are now 1.7 times that of the U.S. Second, the decoupling attempt failed. China-U.S. trade still maintains a balance of over 500 billion US dollars. Third, I think the high-tech war failed. The U.S. Wanted to block China's high-tech development. But in the past 9 years, China's new energy, EV, 5G, and high-speed rail have all seen as rapid development, even far surpassing the U.S. China's AI chips and computing power are not much worse than the U.S. And fourth, finally, I think the new Cold War strategy failed. Cold War is unpopular, I think, all people believe. So therefore, I think for Trump, the best option is to cooperate with China. He doesn't have many cards to play against China. I think the Iran not his card. So of course, there will still be a lot of competition between China and the U.S. in the future. But from this perspective, I would describe the current state of China-U.S. relationship as competitive cooperation or competitive coexistence.
Okay, Wang Wen, thanks very much for your thoughts today. I appreciate that.